Hey, what's up you guys, it's Dorothy and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're going to go into chapter 53 of The Murder House by James Patterson and David Ellis, so let's get right into this video. This video may contain sensitive topics and foul language. If you do not wish to continue, I suggest you click off the video now. You have been warned. Chapter 53. He can see why Sally likes this music. It's really good. It can be really loud and it can be really quiet, really fast and really slow. It can be violent, it can be chaotic, and it can be like a lullaby almost. It makes him feel happy and sad within the same song, except they don't call it a song, they call it a concerto. He already knew that. He knew they were called concertos before he looked up the cello stuff this afternoon. The music can do one other thing too. At least tonight it can get Sally's attention up the beach a ways. Excuse me. He pretends to be startled at Sally's voice. It's actually not that hard to pretend because he's nervous anyway, so it kind of works double like that. Sorry to bother you. Is this Wilsterstein? Oh, is this music too loud? No, not at all. Sorry. No, I love this music. You're a fan? Yeah, he shrugs. I don't know much about it. I just like it. See, he planned this out. He knew that if he pretended like he knew all sorts of stuff about the cello, she'd ask him questions he couldn't answer. That's an example that he's maybe not so smart in school, but smart in planning stuff. She laughs. That's all you need to know. People get so caught up in the pretentious bullshit. Yeah, it's just so. He leans forward like you feel happy and sad at the same time, kind of. I totally know what you mean. It can be so emotional, right? He can hardly see Sally's face as she stands over him, but he can smell her. She smells like fruit. I have wine, he says, if that's cool. Oh yeah, still nervous, but that's okay because it makes him seem harmless to her. She sits down next to him on the blanket he's laid out next to the fun bag with the wine bottle sticking out. Through the speaker on his iPod, the cellist bursts out of a full lull with a crisp flourish. Holden pours some wine into a plastic glass and hands it to Sally. It's not fancy or anything, he says. No, that's cool, whatever. He hopes she doesn't notice his fingernails are all chewed up, but it's dark. They listen to the music, the smell of the ocean, the gentle rush of waves, the berry scent of Sally's shampoo. Now this is paradise, Sally says. I mean, what's better than listening to music like this, with the waves crashing out here, the stars in the sky, and a glass of wine. The wine kicks up, plays with Sally's hair. She has on a sweatshirt, but her legs are bare. He considers offering her a blanket, but better to stay low-key. One concerto ends, Sally making a comment about the fluidity of the cellist's bow strokes, and before long she has drained her glass. That should be enough. I'm Sally, by the way. Holden, he says. She looks over at him. That's a nice name. Unique. Like the catch. Oh wow. She puts her hand on her chest, sits right up. A new concerto. The cellist hits a climax early on, joined by other strings and some percussion. I think something. Sally lets out a low moan. He lifts his face to the sky, feels the gentle breeze. I think it's time, he says. I feel funny. Sally lets out a moan. She tries to push herself up, but it's like the signals aren't reaching her limbs. She can't make her arms or legs work. I finally get it, he says. Warmth spreads through him like a cup of hot cocoa. There is a monster inside me. It can sleep for days, for months, but it'll never go away. Help! Help me. Sally turns to him, her face tight with fear, her eyes searching his. He watches her face closely, the trembling lips, the wide eyes, the flaring nostrils, pure horror. She so pure, so real. She's losing her motor functions. She can't move her arms or legs anymore. She'll have trouble speaking too, but she can still breathe. Please. Just a whisper now. Her arms give out, and she falls prone on the blanket, the music dropping to a low point. Lots of highs and lows with the cello music like a roller coaster, like his stomach feels sometimes. Her lips are quivering and her eyes move frantically about. That's going to be the extent of her physical movements until the drugs wear off. By then, it'll be too late. He puts himself over her, lowers his face to hers. Don't be afraid, he whispers, his voice feeling stronger now. You can't move, but you're still free. But you'll still feel. Her trembling lips try to form a word. You'll feel everything, he says. That is the end of this video. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.